Hello everyone, thanks for watching our videos. And the next type of that is self-explanation is iSTART. In the previous video, I have explained the self-explanation with the CERT concept. Okay, now moving on to the iSTART. So this is the experiment 2. So this is what this iSTART states in self-explanation. So the self-explanations were collected from 45 middle school students. Okay, here the self-experiments are collected from the middle school students, that is 45 middle school students. Middle school students means they are 8th and 9th grade students. Okay, in CERT we are considered the college level students. Okay, we have considered the college level students in CERT, and in iSTART we are considering the middle school students, so that is 45 middle school students, so that is 8th and 9th grade students, and who are provided with the iSTART training. In CERT they are the college students, and they are provided with the CERT training. In iSTART they are the middle school students, and they are provided with the iSTART training. Okay, and then they'll be having they are given with the two texts. Those are all thunderstorm and cold. In CERT also they are given with the two texts, that is thunderstorm and cold. Okay, this chapter present only cold text. Here we are going to consider only the cold text data set, or cold text sentences. Okay, that is cold text self explanation actually. So here also we include the 4 points. In CERT also we are including the 4 points, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 0 indicates what? It is irrelevant, and or it is vague. So in CERT also it is irrelevant, right? So 1 represents what? It's a sentence focused. 2 represents it's a local focused, and 3 represent what? It's global focused. The same thing what we have discussed in the CERT, the same 4 points here also we are including. So moving on to the next slide, the self-explanation from these texts were categorized as paraphrases, irrelevant elaborations, and text-based elaborations, knowledge-based elaborations. Okay, here these in the self explanations they are categorized. The self explanations are categorized as paraphrases, okay, or they are irrelevant, or elaborations, so, or it's a text based elaboration, so, or it's a knowledge based elaborations. Like this, they are categorized into different parts. Okay, what exactly this paraphrase did? So paraphrase did not go beyond the meaning of the target sentence. Okay, here paraphrase is the thing, but it will not go beyond the meaning of the target sentence. Will be having the target sentence, it is not going beyond that target sentence, what exactly it is meaning beyond the beyond it. So it is not move beyond. Okay, in irrelevant elaborations, it may have been related to the sentence superficially or tangentially. Tangentially means a little bit, it is related to the sentence slightly. Okay, but were not related to the overall meaning. Okay, this is what it is telling, that is it is related slightly, that is it is related only a little bit. Okay, but it is not related overall related to overall meaning. Okay, overall meaning of the text, and did not add to the meaning of the text. Okay, to understand to make you clear, I'll be giving one example so that it will be easy for you to understand. So let us consider she is a girl. Okay, so let us consider she is, that is she is girl. Okay, this is the simple example for you guys to understand it easily. I'll be taking this example. Here is a word which is not which is connecting she and girl. Okay, which is connecting she and girl, but it is related slightly, right? Even though if it is connecting she and girl, yes, it is connecting, but it is slightly related. This is not having more value to the sentence. Okay, this is what irrelevant elaborations means. And don't give this example in your examinations. For understanding purpose, I have taken this example for the explanation purpose. Okay, then moving on to the text based elaboration. Text based elaboration include bridging inferences that made links to information presented in the text prior to the sentence. Okay, here the information what we have got, or the information what it is presented, it is related with the prior sentence, that is the previous sentence. Okay, it is going to connect the relationship what is existing, it is going to connect with the previous word, that is previous sentence. Okay, this is what text based elaborations. And knowledge based elaboration means it include the prior knowledge to add the meaning of the sentence. Okay, this is going as the name itself indicate, knowledge based. It's a knowledge based means it is having some knowledge. Okay, it is having some prior knowledge. Why we are having this prior knowledge means to add the meaning to the sentence. For adding the meaning to the sentence, we will be having this knowledge based elaborations. And same as the global focused category in experiment 1. So moving on to the next slide, one important goal is to be able to access able to assess the use of reading strategies and improve the system ability. Okay, so here in iStart, the one important goal is that to increase the reading strategies and to improve the system's ability to appropriately respond to the students. The main goal is what? To reading the main goal is use of this reading strategies and improve the system's ability. Why we need to do these two things means to respond to the students. Okay, appropriately the system has to respond to the students. To get this will be using the reading strategies and improving the system abilities. This is what the goal of this iStart. This is measured in terms of percent agreement. Okay, this is measured in terms of percent agreement. Okay, with the human judgments of each reading strategy that is shown in the table. Okay, it is measured in the percent agreement in terms of what? With human judgments. So this is explained in the table. See, in the table we will be having paraphrases only. So here I have explained the categories. These self explanations are categorized into different groups, right? That is paraphrases, irrelevant elaborations, text based elaborations, or knowledge based elaborations. For for your understand purpose, I'll be explaining in simple. That is, consider that this paraphrase as a first step, and irrelevant is next step, and which is next step to paraphrases. This is a basic step. You consider paraphrase as a basic step, and irrelevant is one step next to paraphrase, and elaborations, that is one step next to irrelevant. That is more updated than irrelevant. Okay, text based elaborations are nothing but it is more updated with respect to the elaborations, like that. Take this in an increasing order. First paraphrases and then followed by irrelevant and elaborations, text based elaboration and knowledge based elaborations. Okay, if we take like that, first step is what? It's a paraphrase, right? Here here it's a first step is paraphrases, which is a basic step. So we'll be not getting a good result, right? So we'll be getting you take these values randomly, because these are all obtained by applying some formulas, that is LSA and WB, word based formulas and LSA based formulas we are applied here. So these are all obtained by calculating or by observing, by conducting some experiments. So you can take the values randomly. So take it. So paraphrase is the first basic step, right? So it will be having least what is that least percentage of output, that is it is least having least percentage of output. So it is some take it is some 65 to 69 percentage. Okay, so coming to irrelevant elaborations, what's the next step? It is irrelevant. Irrelevant is updated to paraphrases, right? That is, it is more updated with respect to paraphrases. So irrelevant elaboratory must have greater performance compared to paraphrases, right? So I'll be taking some 70 ranges. Okay, 70 range percentage. See, irrelevant is something which is good than paraphrase. So coming to the sentence elaborations. Okay, here in the next step it is elaborations. This is what they have taken, the sentence elaborations. That's it. Okay, if we are considering with the sentence elaborations, what's the percentage of performance? It is some 71 percentage. They are taken. You may get some question, because elaboration is updated compared to the irrelevant, right? That is, it is more good than irrelevant, but still we are having 71 here. Here it is 76 in the irrelevant, because we are combining this W2 with the TM2, right? So that is why we are getting some average percentage. You take some average percentage, so that is 71 and 71. So coming to the knowledge based elaboration only. So what's the next term? That is knowledge based elaborations, which is the more updated one, right? So this must have good performance percentage, right? So this is having 94, some 90s range. You take 90s range. Okay, So if we are combining the things, that is paraphrase with irrelevant, paraphrase with current, paraphrase with knowledge based, like that, if we combine them, then what's the percentage of output that we'll be getting? So let's look into it. Paraphrase, which is the basic form, and irrelevant, which is something more compared to paraphrase, right? So we are getting something more added to the paraphrase. So we must be getting something more than paraphrase only. So paraphrase only we are having 69, some 69 percentage, right? We are combining this irrelevant also, so that it must be increased, because this is having something more value than paraphrase, or performance is more than paraphrase. So we are combining these two, means we have to get the value that is ranging between 69 to 71, or 69 to 79. This is the highest, right? So that is why we have got this 79 to 76 range. Okay, then paraphrase with current sentence. Okay, current sentence is nothing but it is something more updated than irrelevant. Okay, paraphrase is the basic one, which is something more greater than irrelevance. So if we combine this, we are getting 68 to 67%. Why we are getting this means, here in this current sentence we have 70s range. So our performance will be ranges from 69 to 71 only. So that is why if we take overall average, it will be in 60s range only. So paraphrase plus knowledge based, because knowledge based is the one that is having the more performance percentage. Okay, this is the highest updated one. So if we combine this with the paraphrase only, so we have to get in 90s range, or in 80s range at least. So because it is ranges from 69, it is having in 90s range. So if we take the average, it will be in 80s range. Okay, this is what paraphrase. You can fill it randomly, some random values. So keep it in mind. So you must, it should follow some manner, because paraphrase, which is the basic thing, it should be having a least number. Irrelevant, which is having more performance than paraphrase. So you must take something, the value that should be greater than this paraphrase only, what you have taken. So keep it in mind, and assign the values randomly according to the manner that I have explained. So moving on. So after getting all these things, and after we applied the LSCA formulas and word based formulas, we'll be having some results, we'll be getting some results, right? This result will show that both the system perform very well. This is LSCA2 bar, WB2 TT is one system, and TM2 is another system output. Okay, so here this is what they are saying, both the system will perform very well with an average of 77 percentage for 77 percentage for this LSA2 WB2 TT system. Okay, for this it will be working good for up to 77 percentage. We will be obtaining the result, or the performance will be 77 percentage for this. Okay, and again 75 percentage for TM2. Okay, for this we will be getting an average performance of 75 percentage for the second column. Okay, that is what they are telling this. This approaches our criteria of 85% agreement between trained experts who scored the self explanations. Okay, will be getting the 85% agreement between the trained experts. Okay, those who are trained experts, those who are scored the self explanations. Okay, the automated systems could be thought of as moderately trained scores. Here the automated systems are thought of as moderately trained scores, and these results thus show that either of these systems would guide appropriate feedback to the student user. Okay, these results that show that either of the system, that is this system, that is LSA bar W2 system and TM2 system, it would give the guide for the guide appropriate feedback to the user. It will give the appropriate feedback to the user. These two will give the appropriate feedback to the student. That is, by looking into these values, we can predict which is best, or which is having best performance. We can guess, right? So this is what it will give the feedback to the student users. Okay, this is what iSTART. So you have to explain. If they ask evaluate the self explanation, means in START means you have to explain both the experiments, that is the CERT experiment as well as iSTART experiment. And CERT experiment I have explained in the previous video. You can go back to the previous video and watch this CERT explanations also, and also I have mentioned the link in the description box, so that you can directly watch there itself. So this is about the iStart. If they are asking particularly self-explanation in iStart or self-explanation in CERT, if they are asking particularly, no need to write both the experiments. So you can write only the asked one. That is, if they are asking with CERT, go with the previous video. If they are asking with iStart, so you can explain what I have explained in this video. If they are asked in general, that is a self-explanation in start, means you have to explain both the experiments. Probability of asking this question is more because this is asked many times in the previous year question paper. So please go through these videos, and thank you so much for watching our videos.